You realize that you spent a lot of time on the screen of your phone and you don't know why, and you can't detach from that. Or you feel tired in the evening even though you didn't work so much during the day. You don't feel like having time to do your things and realize your dreams because the time seems like always shorter and shorter. Well, this is the video for you, so stay tuned and I will answer all these questions. Now, let's start with the thing that probably is the cause of all the problems that you have, including eyesight problem, is your phone and the screen of your computer. Why I'm telling this? Because I am the first one that realized even 10 years ago, so quite a long time ago, that we were heading into a historical time where our worst enemy were our mobile phone or our computer. And I tell you, as a nerd, as a person that is really passionate about technology in general, but there is a limit that you have to put on your life in using those tools, because from tools to dependencies is really short. The line is really a thin line, so you need to be careful. In this video, in fact, I want to give you some tips to how manage better the time that you spend online, to have more profit from them if you want, but at the same time retrieving back all the time that you usually spend just scrolling the life of other people that you maybe even don't know, and just watching things for the pure entertainment purpose. And this is absolutely bad if you don't keep an eye on how much time you spend there and how affect your brain. Because it's not only a question of spending time, but even your brain has continuously this kind of discharge of adrenaline, this kind of discharge of good emotions, you know, mixed to the sad emotions. And at a certain point he can't get rid of them. He can't even find a way to understand that all these emotions are just coming from a screen and not from the reality. So you feel more stressed, you feel more depressed, you have more anxiety. I don't know how many of you had done this, but did you ever try lately to leave your mobile phone or your computer aside and not having to open it constantly and checking on your email or on your Facebook or whatsoever? Have you tried once? I bet that after a couple of hours you start to feel that something is missing in your life, and you start to feel like, oh my God, where is my phone? Oh my God, where is this or that? And you start to find an excuse to, trying to use the usual apps that you check, like Facebook, Instagram, whatsoever. And you find excuses to just double check if arrived any message or whatsoever. But ask yourself, what happens if arrives a message and you don't answer immediately? I mean, unless it's an emergency, very rarely you will need to check constantly your phone. Unless you have some good reason to double check your phone because you wait a phone call from someone that is important for you, or maybe it's something connected to your job. In a very weird way would be actually necessary to check your phone. And expressing myself a little bit better, is really difficult that you can find a good reason to stay always constantly looking at your phone. Now, all these things just to describe you what is the scenario that you are going into, and I can tell that you can detach from it, and it doesn't cost you very much in the end. There are several tricks that I suggest you to do, and the first one is the very simplest one. Every one of us have the smartphone completely full of applications that maybe you didn't even use once. Now you can check which application you use more often in your smartphone to see the time. Every smartphone nowadays has this option where you can actually see how much time you spent in every single app. Surely, at the end of the list, you will find few of them that you will never ever use and you never used in the past. So why don't you delete them just for a start? And you probably ask me, well, maybe they are not really impacting, my brain or my use of the phone, because if I never used, I don't consider that they are there. Yes, true. But this is because I want you to take control of what you got in your mobile phone, because it's easy to put there a lot of applications, even if you don't use them. But getting rid of them makes you in charge of what's happening in your phone. Takes the control. You take the control over what you really have in your phone, and you are conscious of what you have there. Then the second step will be to see, do you have any game or things that you notice you spend too much time on it? Well, I think it's arrived the time to cancel them, to delete them from your phone. You don't need to do all in one row, because you end up to do nothing. You just need to remove one every single week. Doing that, I can promise you, in the, let's say, 2-4 months, you will get rid of all the application that kept you there, and you will start to feel like, well, I don't really need to stay always connected to my phone. Because once you got all the messaging app to keep in contact with your friends or to have video calls, the rest is just crap, basically. And I tell you this because all the companies are aware that the most used way to play games nowadays is the smartphone, because even your grandpa now can use the smartphone, downloading a simple app to play a game, just to play Riddle, just to play, I don't know, Tetris or whatsoever, because it's so easy to accede that they don't need any knowledge actually to play those games, but they keep them always on the screen. They keep always the brain constantly on the screen, and that can affect a lot of things, such as reading, because you end up reading less, maybe watching documentaries or things that can actually learn you something. You end up subtracting time to the relations, because how many times, and I know that you are one of them because I am one of them, how many times happens to you to have the phone in front of a friend that is with you, maybe out in the restaurant or in a place that you meet up with friends, and you just ignore him or her or anyone else around? How many times happens? Every single time. The time they maybe go to the toilet, take out the phone. Are you waiting for them? Take out the phone. It's the only thing that we do, actually. But take the time to actually use the time that you should spend to wait someone else, to read a book, or maybe just to think about yourself. Think about where are you standing in this specific moment or in that particular situation, and try to connect yourself with the feelings. How I feel, why I feel so lonely, why I feel uncomfortable, what's going on in my life that is keeping me doing this and this repetitively. Well, okay, I hope you got the concept. But you know what I mean? You really need to focus on what's going on, why you do certain things, because they become automatic, and getting rid of those automations in our brain, it takes a long time afterwards, because you will miss more and more the less you try to get rid of them. Another solution that I found for myself is actually organize the pages for the things that I need. You know, on the screen of our smartphone we got the pages. Well, get rid of all the things that are absolutely unnecessary with the technique that I told you before, and then when you arrive at that point, try to actually manage your phone as a tool that can help you to achieve your dreams. So not spending time just to waste time, but just spending time to improve your connections with people, connection with the world, showing actually what you are doing. So using the app as a showcase for what you do. Maybe taking inspirations, maybe watching inspirational videos, maybe actually take control of what is in your brain and give a chance to people to be in some ways better, as I'm trying to do. I'm not the super skilled person here in this world that are talking on YouTube about certain things, but I'm trying to do that because I truly believe that can be a next step of learning things. Nowadays YouTube is like a Wikipedia, but with video and audio if you want. The problem is that we consume a lot of contents that sometimes they don't give you anything. They just give you only anxiety, depression, because you can't afford things that you see on the screen, and this is absolutely sad, because you can achieve the same identical levels if you start to dream big and start to do it effortlessly what you really love, to gain money. So seriously, take me seriously, because there are a lot of people out there that are doing the same, and it's only a question of time. I've seen a lot of people with very good ideas, but they didn't put effort in what they did because they didn't believe in themselves. And why? Because they had always this kind of voice taken from the social media that told them, oh, but they are very famous, you are anyone, you can't make it, or other voices such as they are rich, you are not, or they have this and you are not, and sort of things. But there is always an excuse for not doing things in this world. If you want, instead, you can actually promote yourself. And even if you don't want to go online, even if you don't want to use social media for that kind of purpose, you can always promote what you're doing every single day that can inspire people. Are you a bus driver? You can inspire people just saying how beautiful it is your job if you really love it. Or are you a doctor? You can tell people, you can teach people. Or are a writer, you can do that. And it doesn't matter if you work online or not, because people will watch your content and you will inspire someone else to do something good for the society and for yourself. And remember, the law of attraction works in this way, works only if you actually are grateful and if you do something for the others with love. Okay, so keep this in mind, because it's really important. People always underestimate the powerful of these things, but truly, believe me, it's something that can work. I mean, I wouldn't be here if I didn't trust myself and the others and the society. I wouldn't be here because would have no sense, no meaning for what I'm doing, right? So the third and last suggestion I would give you, and is the reason why you find difficult to sleep during the night, is because you are watching content, and actually is connected to the second, but you are watching content that basically hurt your mind, hurt you. You feel like you lack of something, and that keeps your brain always working, saying, oh my god, how is going to end up, blah blah blah. And also sometimes even the screen itself that produce blue frequencies give the idea to your brain that it's still day. So this is the reason why a lot of people suggest you to don't use the smartphone or screen computer or whatsoever after 8 p.m. because otherwise your brain thinks that it's daylight, and then you won't be able to sleep properly and you will feel always tired. So take care of your eyesight, take care of your mind, and put apart your mobile and your screen. One technique that is very useful is to put the plane mode or flight mode on your mobile after 8. that is really useful because you won't receive any message. So you will know that everything will be postponed to the day after. And that is a suggestion that I give to people that, of course, has a landline for emergency. If you live abroad like I do, instead of doing that, I just put the sleep mode where all my notification disappears and I got only phone call for family or emergency. Yeah, that is one of the many things that you can actually do, and I really suggest you to do so. So let me know in the comment if you have any other tips about the digital minimalism. If you read the book about Cal Newport, that is actually one of my inspirational book that I've read, and it's always good to go back because you always read the books in different ways, so you discover always more. I suggest you to buy the book if you are interested of Cal Newport through my links for UK and USA. You will find everything in the description. And I wanted just to remind you, if you enjoy my content and if you enjoy me keeping going and doing things, to leave a comment, subscribe, press the like button and press the bell. Doing this, you will help me to grow, to actually be helpful to other people that maybe need to be informed about certain topics. You can share my videos. I'll be more than happy to be shared in other pages or places that you probably know they could actually enjoy the same content. And that's it. I thank you very much. I thank you for your attention if you made until this moment, and I'll see you next time with another video. Don't forget that I always release 2 videos per week, one on Monday and one on Friday, 12 p.m. GMT time, okay? So London time. Thank you very much, and I'll see you next video. Bye bye.